Hello, this is Bill Burnett with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and we're looking at another principle from Wisdom Walks, publication by Summerside Press, authored by Jimmy Page and Dan Britton. And we're going to be looking at the principle of toxic material will make you sick. And it's interesting here. Listen to this. For 30 days, 3 meals a day, Morgan Spurlock ate nothing but McDonald's. Have you heard about this? It's pretty cool. Then he produced a documentary called Super Size Me that tracked his every move. About halfway through, Spurlock began to feel sick. And by the end of his experiment, his health had deteriorated significantly. He gained 24 pounds. His body fat percentage doubled. His cholesterol went up 65 points. And he experienced huge mood swings, cravings, and headaches. His energy level plunged. He even got depressed. I mean, he was a train wreck in just 30 days. And worst of all, it took him 14 months to undo what he had done in terms of damage for just a month. It took 14 months to kind of get things back together. When we expose ourselves to toxic material, we will eventually become sick, and old Morgan found that out. Toxic material is anything poisonous and capable of causing sickness or death. It's a common synonym for old-fashioned sin. Toxic material could be things that we see, words we say, stuff we crave, and even people. It can do 3 things to us on the inside. 1 Corinthians 5 cautions, a little yeast works its way through the whole batch of dough. Now, what does that mean? Well, the yeast will work its way through the whole batch with just a little bit, and that's the way sin is with us. It'll work its way through our lives and really take over, so we have to watch out for that. Hebrews 12:1 says that sin tangles us up. It's kind of like walking through the woods, and you run into a spider's nest and you're sweaty, and it just kind of envelops you, and like you can't get away from it, or you can't get it off of you. Ephesians 4:27 warns us not to give the enemy a footstool from which he can launch further attacks. Well, it tears us down. So we find that it tends to want to sin wants to kind of take over, it tangles us up, and it tears us down. There are 3 key sources of toxic material: words, friends, and stuff. Reckless words can pierce like a sword. Harsh words stir up conflict. Criticism can crush our spirit. And words that are often spoken often stay with us for years. Some we never forget. But the harshest words are sometimes the ones that we say to ourselves, like, hey, I'm no good, I can't do that, it'll never work, I'm just worthless, you name it. We really do give ourselves a hard time in the way that we talk to ourselves sometimes. And in AA, they call that stinking thinking, because stinking thinking leads to things like stinking drinking. The second thing that we can talk about here is toxic friends. Toxic friends are false friends. They're not true friends. They have really no desire to help us become the man and the woman that God created us to be. In fact, misery loves company, that's for sure. And bad company corrupts good morals, 1 Corinthians 15. There are all kinds of toxic friends out there. They're complainers, criticizers, tempters. Complainers, they never have anything positive to say, and they just really kind of spread their negativity, and we kind of pick up on that when we're around them, and we can begin to live that out more and more in our lives. And then criticizers find fault about all kinds of stuff, and they can really drag you down. Now, if we look at the tempters, they're always trying to get us to do stuff that we've decided not to do, and that's not good for us either. They will tear us down in that sense. Toxic stuff looks good but goes bad. That's the third area. We can expose ourselves to toxic stuff on TV, and it's really our choice. Internet, movies, even our phones. It's available 24/7. I mean, the culture that we live in is saturated with it. Toxic stuff could be just unhealthy food that we compromise our health with. Searching for substitutes to satisfy our cravings will only make us sick. Toxic stuff always overpromises and underdelivers. we're called to live a life worthy of the Lord. Since we have these promises, dear friends, let us purify ourselves from everything that contaminates body and spirit, perfecting holiness out of the reverence for God. 2 Corinthians 7:1. Yeah, I think it's time that all of us take a look at cutting those toxic materials out of our life. How about that for you and I, Coach? Hey, have a great week, and we'll see you here again next time.